Hi guys, so I finally got my hands on the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm sure a lot of you guys understand how hard that actually is to do. So I decided to dedicate this video to an eyeshadow look that is just using that palette, and I've chosen a metallic goldy smoky kind of look just because that's something that everybody can wear, and then we'll venture out with more playful colours in future videos to come. So if you like what you see, then please keep on watching. So I've started off with MAC Paint Pot in the colour Soft Ochre and putting that all over the lid with my fingertips, spreading it nice and evenly. And now from the Huda Beauty palette, I'm going to use a fluffy brush and the colour Bay, which is a nice neutral pale kind of yellow colour, to go all over the lid so we have no creasing whatsoever. Now I'm going to use this beautiful transition colour called Sandalwood, and I'm just going to buff that into the crease with a fluffy brush, and I'm just using windscreen wiper motions in the crease, going back and forth and blending that out nicely. I'm darkening this up now with the colour Henna, which is a terracotta sort of colour, and it's very pretty when it's deepened up. Again, I'm just going back and forth with this and buffing it in, blending out the edges so it looks seamless. Next up, I'm going to deepen the crease colour up a little bit more using this rich chocolate colour called Cocoa, and I'm using a slightly more compact brush that's less fluffy, and I'm just buffing that into the outer crease and then blending it inwards as I go along, so the emphasis on the outer bit, so you can kind of get that gradient blended seamless effect. Moving on, I'm now going to bring this in so it goes to the actual lash line to create a sort of subtle outer V shape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the colour #Blessed, which is a beautiful bronze colour from the palette, and I'm going to use a fluffy brush to buff that into the crease. So as I'm doing now, when I apply the shadow to the lid, it actually blends out and looks a lot more seamless. So Huda Beauty recommends to apply these metallic shadows with your finger, so that's what I've done, and I've applied #Blessed all over the lid, and then I'm darkening up that outer corner with the colour Dubai, which is just a deeper, darker, richer bronze colour, and then I'm buffing that out with a pencil brush. To just get a little bit of more pop to the look, I'm using the black truffle colour and little by little darkening up the look from the outer V and then buffing that into the crease further towards the inner corner of the eye. I'm just working in that colour because you don't want to go too much too soon. Just little by little, add a little bit of black slowly. This really helps to create a gradient effect. And then I'm just buffing out any harsh lines with a fluffy crease brush. And to finish off the eyeshadow, I'm just going to use the colour Moon Dust to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. For the eyeliner, I'm going to use KIKO's eyeliner, which I absolutely love. With a Zoeva angled brush, I'm going to draw out the actual wing first and make sure they both match. And then I'm going to go on to thicken that up and line the rest of my lash line. As you can see, I've used a thinner brush for this part, and I've used a more angled brush to help me scale out where the wing is going to be. And I'm doing little by little on each eye to make sure they both match together. Now, because we're in the Huda Beauty spirit, I'm using my lashes in the style Farah. I'm applying a coat of mascara first to make sure they blend in well, and then I've lowered my lashes onto my lash line and then stuck on the middle, and then made sure that both ends are stuck on nicely so they won't be going anywhere throughout the night. Now for the face, I'm using this Tarte primer, which is really good for hiding your pores. I'm rubbing that in and then patting it because I do not have the patience to just pat it in. It takes a long time. So I'm still patting it to, you know, do a little something if that does anything at all. And then I'm using my LANCôME foundation and buffing that in with my Zoeva 107 buffing brush, and just blending my foundation all over my face, down my neck also. And now I'm going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, creating an upside down triangle underneath my eyes. And I'm going to bounce that out with my beauty blender. And there should be no rubbing going on when we're using beauty blender, just bouncing, no matter how lazy you're feeling. And I'm going to set my under eyes with this Rimmel translucent powder, which really does the job for me. I love it. I've just put a little bit underneath my contour line, and while I'm waiting for that to set, I'm filling in my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And also while we're waiting for this, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit to contour my nose, my cheeks. Now I think I've left enough time for my translucent powder to have done its job, so I'm just going to dust that off from underneath the eyes, underneath my contour line, and anywhere else on my forehead that I put it, and that should be all set. Now I've finished that bit, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow underneath on my lower lash line, and I'm using the same colours that I used in my crease in the same order to just really buff and blend those out with a pencil brush. In my waterline I've used a bronze eyeliner pencil so I can really open up the eyes a little bit. I've applied some mascara to the bottom lashes, and now I am using the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter to highlight all the high points of my face. Now I'm going in with the Too Faced blusher and buffing that into my cheek. I've just applied a little bit of facial oil to my lips to give them that moisture because I'm going to be applying liquid lipstick, and then I've lined them and then applied a dose of colours Pinky Promise popping hot pink lipstick, which is amazing. And there we have the finished look. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed.